Alright, so welcome back sa ating physics tutorial for tonight, wherein we will be focusing on projectile motion. And again, pagdating sa CETs, honestly, mas marami ang conceptual sa physics, mas marami ang conceptual and ratio and proportion lang compared sa hard solvings. So if mag-aral kayo for physics, remember it's the concepts first na kailangan yung i-master, and then yung solvings, hindi nyo kailangan magpahirap, especially sa projectile motion. You don't have to memorize a lot of different complex formulas kasi mostly yung medyo madadali lang yung lalabas, or you have to be wise, okay? Kasi sa projectile motion, di pa pala naka-record. Teka lang. Okay, take number 3. Wait lang. Ayan, finally. Totoo na to. Okay, so raise hands if rinig na ako. Raise hands, raise hands, raise hands. So, welcome back to physics tutorials. Again, for physics, ang CETs is mas frequent yung conceptual questions and simply ratio and proportion questions. What do you mean by ratio and proportion? For example, sa F equals MA, if the mass doubles, ano mangyayari sa force? Yung mga ganun ka-straight lang na solving. But hindi pa din mawawala yung gantong hard computations, so you have to master them. Pero before you go to them, master the fundamentals first, the concepts, kasi siya yung mas tinetest sa inyo. Mga situational sa physics na for example, anong sabay, if dinrop yung feather saka yung bowling ball, sino unang babagsak. Yung mga ganong concepts na parang fun facts lang, pero we actually study it for this. Okay? And for the computation, especially sa projectile, you have to be wise. Kasi honestly, sinong sa ulo yung lahat ng formula sa projectile dito? Reasons nga, sinong fully sa ulo? Di ba? It's kinda hard kasi it's so dami. Okay, wala. Sige, Raysan, sinong hindi sa ulo yung projectile formulas? Okay, honestly, siya, nakakaputang ina talaga siya. Di ba? Just look at how complex the formulas are. Di ba? Yan, like AY, VOY, GT, VOYT, VO squared. Like, parang, what the hell is that? Di ba? Sobrang dami. As in, okay, so for tonight, since this is just upcut, I'm gonna teach, again, disclaimer, if magaling ka na sa physics, you don't have to adjust to mine. Kasi for sure, alam mo na siya kung paano ginagawa. Kasi ako, isa akong no-label enjoyer, okay? Hindi ko masyadong gusto yung, just for projectile motions, okay? For everything else, I really love labels. Pero for projectile motion, hindi ko trip yung sangkatutak na labels na VO, VI, VF, maghihiwalay pa yung X and Y. Wherein, limang formulas lang naman talaga siya na pinagpalit-palitan sa X and Y axis. So again, if magaling ka na sa physics, my method is not for you. Kasi just stick to yours, okay? I think parehas naman tayo na magiging sagot. Maybe the way on mo. Pero the way that I will use the formulas, if magaling ka na sa physics, do not sunod this. Kasi pang-tamad to na way. Okay? So ngayon, raise hands. Sinong mga tamad at hindi magaling sa physics? Raise hands. Para sa inyo to. Okay? How will we be able to answer all projectile motion problems with just 5 basic formulas? Sila lang yung madalas talaga nalalabas, and via derivation, which is common sense lang naman, kakayanin na natin silang lahat. Okay? So, katulad ng ginawa natin last Sunday, balikan lang natin ng konti yung concepts, pero mag-focus ako sa solving and sa ating 50-item quiz. 50-item quiz. So, just quick recap ng technicalities about projectile motion. Naglag na ako. Wait lang. Mhm. Ayan. So, just konting recap ng technical concepts or ideas about projectile motion, tapos diretso tayo solving. So, let's start. So, projectile motion. Pag projectile, may arc. Yun lang naman yun. Sa arc natin. Okay, ayan. Pag projectile, may arc. Okay? Pag binato mo, tatama yan dyan. Okay? So, sige. Basahin ko lang mabilisan yung mga na dito. So, ayan. Central idea, separate yung motion. You have a horizontal and vertical motion. So, just for this ones, let's draw here. If merong bola, pupunta siya dyan. Okay? Kaya tayo meron lang 5 types ng formulas is isa-separate naman natin yung x-axis sa y-axis. Yung resultant lang naman niya nasa corner niyan. So, all you have to memorize is at least this one, na kapag horizontal motion, constant yung velocity, vertical motion, constant yung acceleration. Punta tayo dito sa drawing. Okay? So, projectile motion. Ito lang yung kailangan yung ma-imagine dyan. Kung bakit ba siya nagiging ganun. Kunyari, ito yung bola ko. Okay, ito yung bola ko. Ang pangit ng bola ko. Ayan. Tapos sinipa ko siya with an angle and ayan siya. Okay? So, it is a result of two dimensions. It is the result of the y dimension and the x dimension. Okay? Ang constants lang na kailangan itong daan is dalawa. Dalawa lang ang constant dito. First is acceleration due to gravity and the horizontal velocity. Dalawang constants. Pag tinandaan nyo itong dalawang to, automatic na yan. Okay? Why? The acceleration due to gravity is if nandito man yung bola, negative 9.8 meters per second squared. If nandito man yung bola, negative 9.8 per meters per second squared. If nandito man yung bola, negative 9.8 meters per second squared if nandito man. Okay, the gravity does not change. Why? Eh bro, gravity yan ng Earth eh. Magbabago ba yan para sa bola mo? Diba? Hindi. So, sa vertical motion, ito yung sa vertical motion, ito lang yung constant. Okay? A sub g, the gravity, the acceleration due to gravity. Ngayon, sa horizontal motion, wait ako, hang on. Sa horizontal motion, lahat sila constant. Okay, bakit lahat sila constant? Yung buong v sub x is constant siya. Okay? Kunyari, kunyari, sinipa ko to dito. Kunyari lang kunyari, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then let's form a triangle here. The resultant. For example, ang v sub x ko dito is 3 meters per second. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung pag-speed ko dito, pagsipa ko horizontally, dito na lang pala tayo. Ayan. Ayan. And let's have this one sa baba ng wala pala dito. Dito na nga lang. Okay. So, I don't have the exact numbers. I cannot predict. Pero, kunyari lang Kunyari, ang speed ko na binuo, huwag na nga magkunwari, compute ko na nga lang. So, wait, let me just draft a number here. So, sine theta, tapos 10, 60 degrees. And sine 60. Okay, game. So, quick ulit, retake. For example, my initial speed is, pag sinipa ko yung bola, for example, my VI is 10 meters per second. That is the resultant. Pag ganito siya, pa-diagonal yung 10 meters per second. Okay? And, for example, my angle here is 60 degrees. Sinipa ko yung bola at an angle of 60 degrees. I-drawing nga natin ulit. Ayan, just for this ones. Sinipa ko yung bola at an angle of 60 degrees and my VI is equal to 10 meters per second. Okay? What is my VF? What is my VIX? Remember, kaya ako sinabing limang formulas lang kasi we can separate it at the Y dimension and the X dimension. So for the X dimension, my VIX will just be equal to 10 cosine or sine. Sige nga, what's the triangle here? Cosine or sine? Ang katulang ng unit circle. VIX is equal to 10. Ano ba yan? Cosine theta. Yes. Cosine theta. Okay? And VIY is gonna be equal to 10 sine theta. Okay? So right now, this will be, what is 10 cosine theta? That's gonna be 10. What is cosine of 60? That is 1 half. Okay? 10 times 1 half. Cosine 60 is 1 half. What is our sine theta? That's gonna be 10 tapos times square root of 3 over 2. Okay? So ngayon, since 1 half yung VIX ko, remember ano yung two constants natin? Our two constants are just the gravity, A sub G, and bakit naman ang A sub G ko? Acceleration due to gravity and Vx. Okay? Itong 10 times 1 half ko dito is magiging 5 meters per second. Okay? So, na-imagine nyo na kanina na yung gravity, since gravity siya ng Earth, walang magiging effect yun sa bola mo. I mean, constant yung magiging effect. Walang magiging effect yung bola mo sa gravity. Constant siya everywhere. Everywhere, that's gonna be negative 9.8 meters per second squared. Ang nababago dyan is yung VF. Okay, yung VF ng y direction. Kasi, if this affects your vertical motion, it doesn't affect this. Okay, remember, separate ang x and y. When I introduce the five formulas na gagamitin natin, separate ang x and y. Lahat ng VIY mo sa y direction, naapektuhan siya ng gravity so it changes. E sa v sub x mo, sa horizontal, anong uma-affect sa kanya na acceleration? Meron ba? Wala naman tayong acceleration of friction due to wind, due to the land, whatsoever. Wala. So, ibig sabihin, the only thing that can affect your speed is the gravity. And gravity only affects the y direction. That's why pagdating dito, itong 5 meters per second, yung speed dito ng bola, kung natin color blue to, speed dito ng bola is 5 meters per second, yung speed dito is 5 meters per second, hanggang yung speed dito sa dulo is 5 meters per second. Okay? Kaya yung trajectory, kaya siya humihiga pa ganito, bakit hindi na lang siya patayo or babagsak agad? Kasi yung horizontal motion is hinihigit siya pa ganyan. Okay? The horizontal motion does not change. Pero yung vertical motion, mataas, malakas, hanggang mahigit siya ng gravity. Pag nag-zero na, bababa na siya dito. Okay, and at this peak, ano yung 0 meters per second? V, F, Y? Ay, sorry. Vy or Vx or both? At this peak, everyone, please recite. Anong 0 meters per second sa peak? Vy, Vx, or both? Sige nga, recitation, guys. Vf, Vy, Vx, or both? Buhay pa ba kayo? Vy only. Okay? Kasi, pinapabagal siya ng gravity, kaya siya nag-i-stop. But, even if nakastop yung ball, the Vx, horizontal velocity, is constant. It's still 5 meters per second there. Okay? Kasi if nag-stop siya then, imagine na, if naging 0 to, tapos v sub x is also 0, ang mangyari dyan, babagsak na lang yung bola. Magiging ganito na lang siya. Yung pok. Di ba? Kasi, pag nag-stop, may puwersa na hihigit sa gravity. I mean, pag nag-stop dito, ano na lang yung pwersang posible pang humigit from nag-stop na bola? Gravity na lang, 'di ba? Pero bakit siya dumidiretso pa pa ganito? Kasi nga hindi nawawala yung horizontal velocity. Okay? Nagiging buo lang yung parabolic curve because if and only if nandun yung horizontal velocity. Okay, imagine this, it is not realistic na yung bola sinipa tapos yung bola, sinipa, tapos ang bilis, tapos bumagal, di ba nakastop siya dito? Oh, eh kung walang v sub x, kung naging zero, both to, ano na lang yung pwede pang force na mag-affect sa kanya? Gravity na lang, which is pababa. So, ano yung babagsak na lang bigla yung bola? Ano yun? Tapos ni Kageyama kahinata, natigil bigla. Di, wala namang ganun. So, nagiging buo yung curve because, remember, hinihigit siya pababa ng gravity and the horizontal velocity is not and will never be zero. It is constant hanggang sa dulo. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Yun lang. By understanding those two concepts, alam mo na kung paano nabubuo yung parabolic curve dito sa parabola. Dito sa projectile rather. Dumadiretso siya dito. Wait, I have to reload. Reload. And, ayan. So, yun, imagine, sino nanonood ng Haikyuu? Raisin, sino nanonood ng Haikyuu dito? Sino nanonood ng Haikyuu? Diba, yung sa season 2, yung toss ni Kageyama, tapos natigil sa harap ni Hinata. It's physically almost impossible. Like, parang, what? The horizontal velocity is there eh. Diba? So, posibleng bumaba yung arc, pero yung titigil bigla, tapos biglang, medyo malabo siya. Okay? Kaya again, remember, if i-assume mo na magiging zero both Vy and V sub x, edi magiging hotdog yung parabola mo. Babagsak siya bigla. Half arc. Ano yan? Eong pok. Diba? Nagiging eong, tapos eong pa ulit siya kasi nadadagdag siya ng vertical motion due to gravity and yung horizontal motion it doesn't cease to exist. Lagi siyang hinihigit pa ganyan. Okay? So again, concepts, ano lang yung constant? Acceleration due to gravity sa vertical motion and v sub x, velocity horizontally. Okay? And then sa peak. Okay, sa peak, Vy is equal to 0 meters per second, kaya nga siya titigil eh. Pero v sub x still constant. Okay, v sub x is still equal to v sub I is still equal to v sub f. Okay, final velocity horizontally, initial velocity horizontally, vertical hindi any velocity horizontally, equivalent lang yung tatlo. But you have to separate it. Okay, once you separate x and y, kunyari ito si I and C, ito si Katoliko, hindi mo naman sila pwedeng pagsamahin eh. Yeah, once you separate it, so umpisa, automatic na kanya-kanyang buhay na yan. The resultant time, resultant velocity is itatry ko lang natin sa dulo, Pythagorean, pero everything else is magkahiwalay na sila. Okay, any questions? Okay, so ngayon, what if magkahiwalay na sila? Again, this is a method para sa mga tamad. Pag magaling ka na sa physics, you don't have to follow this. If magkahiwalay na sa x and y, 5 na lang yan sa ulo nating formula. Okay? So first is distance is equal to velocity times time. Next is VF, or final velocity, is equal to initial velocity plus acceleration times time. This is pretty much very self-explanatory. But distance, velocity is meters per second, and then time is second. So second, meters per second, ayan, meters per second, which is velocity, times second, which is time, cancelled na yan. So, meters na lang siya. But remember sa physics, if nalilito ka sa formulas, just look at their units of measurement. Okay? VF is equal to VI plus 80. Wait lang, where's my phone? Oh. VF is equal to VI plus 80, initial velocity in meters per second. Okay? Ano yung acceleration natin? Meters per second per second. Okay, kaya siya meters per second squared kasi it's meters per second. So, ibig sabihin, ilang meters per second yung nadadagdag kada segundo. And dito, ilang segundo yung inad mo. Okay, for example, your initial velocity is 10 meters per second. Your initial velocity nga eh. Your initial velocity is 10 meters per second plus your acceleration is 2 meters per second squared. This means 2 meters per second, tapos tumakbo ka ng 10 seconds. Ibig sabihin, for 10 seconds, nadagdagan ka ng 2 meters per second per second. So cancel, 10 times 20, 10 times 3 is 20, so magiging VF mo is 30 meters per second. Promise, isa to sa mga pinaka-useful everywhere. So, just remember, ano yung final velocity? Ang final velocity mo is equivalent sa ilan ka nung una, tapos ilan yung acceleration mo, and gano'ng katagal mo pinatakbo yung acceleration mo. That is VF is equal to VI plus 80. Okay? So, now, our next formulas are, sulat natin dito. Ayan, copy ko lang dito para malinis. Again, D is equal to velocity times time. VF is equal to initial velocity plus acceleration times time. What's our third? Our third is the vitamins. Okay, D is equal to VIT plus AT squared over 2. Ito yung hindi na kaya ng common sense. The first two is kaya siya ng common sense, pero the third is you have to memorize it. The distance is equal to initial velocity times time plus AT squared over 2. And wala na akong pake sa VOX, VOY na yan. Kasi, gagawin ko, if DX yung hinahanap, horizontal distance, edi VIX saka AXT squared. Okay? If vertical distance yung hinahanap, kunyari top of the building, ano yung height ng building, gagawin lang natin DY to, tapos VIY to, and then AY, which is just gravity. Okay? Isang formula na lang, and hindi mo kailangang i-separate pa x and y. Kasi same naman ng formula. Lahat ng nasa x-axis is same lang ng formula sa y-axis, nilalagyan lang sila ng proper labels. So again, as long as umpisa, ginawa mo na yung sine and cosine. Cosine is x, sine is y. Hindi mo na kailangan pang doblehin yung memorization. Just this third one, which is d equals VIT plus 80 squared over 2 will do. Lagyan mo na lang ng y pag kailangan na siya. Okay? And then lastly, our last formula is VF squared is equal to VI squared plus 2AD. Ito lang actually, yung 4 na major formulas ko. VF squared is equal to VI squared plus 2AD. Ito is walang time, pero kailangan mo ng VF. Okay? So, VF squared is equal to VI squared plus 2AD. Using this, di ba ko na nga bahala, VFY is equal to VIY squared. Dapat kung Y to, Y din yan. Consistency lang naman yung kailangan dyan, dy din 'to. Okay, hindi naman kailangan i-times 2. And last is bonus. Okay, this fifth formula is a bonus one kasi derivation siya, pero lagi siya nagagamit. Time is equal to square root of 2d over g. Okay, so I'm just gonna show this derivation once mamaya. Okay? Pero just remember these five formulas. D equals VT, VF is equal to VI plus AT, D is equal to VIT plus AT squared over 2, VF squared is equal to VI squared plus 2AD, T is equal to square root of 2D over G. And no need for that extra long table of VOX, VIX, yung super dami na, nasa na ba yan? Ayan, super daming technical labels na, imagine, ganyan nga ba? Well, if magaling ka sa physics, go. Pero hindi siya necessary for UpCat. All of this technique, para kang nag-e-exam mismo sa classroom. Okay? So now let's proceed with answering yung ating projectile motion exam. Let me just restart the recording para yung mga magagaling na is diretso na sa solving. And stop.